at
How
least to the extent that we needed to. Yeah.
how was it working with John Cena? Because at this point, John was still very green. You said you were about the same age and everything, but he went on to become, arguably a Mount Rushmore figure in WWE with the run he had. And I've heard a lot of stories, and I don't know how true this is. I heard he was very supportive of 205 and the 205 guys, and he would try to help them out too. So from this period and then later on, what were your experiences like with John?
Yeah, so right away, was he was a younger guy, so it was easy to cling to him. Same sense of humor, all that stuff. Um, what I said to him when I came back on the 205 run, though, is that if I was Vince McMahon, John Cena would be my favorite wrestler of all times.
Yeah.
The consistency, so many guys who get to stardom, they leave, and John never left. He stuck around for years and years and years, and did all this charity work. And he's at 1,000 Make a Wishes before anybody knows that he's doing Make a Wish.
Same.
He's a guy that if I there's the locals, meaning like the guys if we're in Milwaukee, and there'll be indie wrestlers from Milwaukee, and they're sitting in the stands, being as small as they can, and quiet and respectful. He goes up and says hello to them, introduces himself to them, and there might be, well, nobody's going up there. Nobody else is going up to the stands. Other people will say hello when they cross him in the halls, but he would go out of his way to make people feel welcome. Yeah, he would be my. I'm not Vince, so I don't know, and I don't have the relationships with these guys. But I guess if I was the promoter,
Mm-hmm.
he would have been my favorite pro wrestler of all times.
At the time, because they often tell the story before the rap gimmick hit that he was struggling, and he says he should have been fired. People say he was close to being cut, and then the rap gimmick hits, and basically from there it's onward and upward. Did you see him as like a future main eventer? Maybe you didn't see him as like the face of the company, but at this point, did you see like, okay, he's going to be a top guy?
I didn't have any predictions for anybody. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any predictions for myself even. Um, it was just every day this is cool. Maybe I'm too goofy and aloof for that kind of stuff, but I didn't have any. I didn't think someday, he looks like Superman, but with more muscles,
Yeah.
and he's naturally charismatic and quick witted, super quick witted. Uh, but I didn't think like that's who the company's going to build upon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never ran a company. I was just a dopey 22, 23-year old. Uh, but looking back now, I think I think the idea that he was close to getting cut is nonsense. I think he might say that, he might believe that, but I don't think that's true. I don't think any. I think the McMahons have been too good at what they do for too long to let the biggest talent, in a generation just slip through their fingers. There's no way.
Would have been a big loss, that's for sure.
Tremendous loss. Yeah, yeah.